Welcome back, lottery fans. We are now into February, so it's time to go ahead and do our group numbers for the Pick 4 lottery. Quick reminder for those of you that haven't done our group numbers before, I do a rundown that's based on the Pick 4 lottery. And if you, it doesn't matter what state or country you're in, if you have a Pick 4 lottery, you can go ahead and play these numbers. The idea being that we all play the same numbers, and at some point in the month, hopefully we'll win some money and then we can all celebrate together. Now, if you haven't seen the Pick 3 rundown I've done to the group numbers, I did that a couple of days ago. Definitely go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link down below so you can find that video easily, or just go back and look at my past videos. It's just a couple of days ago, so you'll find that. And of course, we'll do our scratch-off ticket at the end of the rundown. We've been doing scratch-off tickets after every rundown so far this year. We've had some winners already. Hopefully, we'll get another winner today. We are onto the $5 cards now. We're through with the $2, we're onto the $5. And who knows, maybe when we got past the $5, we'll move on to $10, up in the ante, winning some bigger money. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. As I said, this is good for any Pick 4 lottery. So it doesn't matter if you are in America or in a different country. If you've got a Pick 4 lottery, these numbers will be good. Definitely want you to play along with us. And they're good for the entire month of February. Now, as always, play responsibly. You can feel free to play these numbers as much as you like. If you want to play them every single day, every single lottery, definitely go ahead. If you just want to play them, every once in a while and only a few of the numbers, definitely do that as well. Completely up to you. This one is more for a bit of fun, so definitely go ahead and feel free to play how much you want. But as I said, play responsibly. Now, as you know, if you've seen my group numbers before, I like to go ahead and pick our base numbers that are something related to the subject that we're looking at. So if I do one for Christmas, we'll pick a number that's Christmas related. When we do Valentine's Day in a couple of weeks, I'll pick a number that is related to Valentine's Day. So for February, I always like to go ahead and pick something related to the month. And this month, there's a lot of things going on. Naturally, we've got the Super Bowl, which was one I did for the Pick 3, so definitely go and check that out. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. But the big thing that stood out to me this year is that we are in a leap year. So if you didn't realize already, February this year is a leap year month, which means that we are going to get 29 days in February rather than the regular 28. Now that could be good or bad depending on how you look at it. Definitely if you're paid hourly in your job, then you're going to get an extra day's work and an extra day's pay, which is great. If you're paid salary in your job, maybe not so much. You're doing an extra day's work for nothing. But you know what? It all works out. So don't worry about that. So we're going to pick two numbers, and I'm going to pick 0365 and 0366. And that is because in a regular year we have 365 days, and in a leap year we have 366 days. So those are the two numbers we're going to go ahead and use. Now we'll use those in our base grid, and then we're going to go ahead and use flip numbers in our translated grid. And then after that, we'll pick out our 8 numbers that we can all play. Now, a little bit of a teaser. I went through this, doing some rundowns to find the right numbers so I wanted to play, find some good numbers for this rundown. And one of the numbers that stood out in our suggested numbers was something I see every once in a while, but when it happens, it's a good indicator that it's a nice number to go ahead and play. But I'll just tease that for you. You'll have to wait and see what that number is and why it's a good number. And of course, if you haven't already got the Pick 4 rundown worksheet, definitely go ahead and download it so you can do these rundowns on your own. And of course, it has our mirror numbers and flip numbers in the bottom here. So as you go along with this on your own rundowns, there's an easy cheat sheet at the bottom here. You can get it for free from lotterypredictor.com. It is in the resources section, completely free to download, lotterypredictor.com. I highly recommend going and grabbing that. So we're going to go use a combo mirror and flip in our base grid. And then we're going to use our flip numbers in our translated grid. Now to do that, we're going to start by putting the first number 0365 down the left-hand column. Like so. And then we'll take our leap year number 0366 and put it down in the right-hand column. Like so. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to translate these numbers into mirror numbers and flip numbers. We'll translate the left-hand column into mirror numbers and the right-hand column into flip numbers. And then we'll use our flip numbers again on the translated grid. So to do that, we'll start by taking 0365 and we'll look up each individual number on our mirror number cheat sheet here. We look up the number on the top line. The number underneath it is our mirror number that we fill in. So 0 on the top line, underneath it's a 5, so we'll put a 5 here. 3, top line underneath it's an 8, we'll put an 8 here. 6 underneath it's a 1, and 1 goes in there. And 5 underneath it's a 0, so we'll put a 0 in there. Same again for our leap year number, 0366, this time using our flip numbers. Same way of doing it. Along the top line is a 0, so underneath it's a 3, so we'll put the 3 there. 3, underneath it's a 6, we'll put a 6 there. 6, underneath it is a 9, we'll put a 9 there. And of course we know 6 is a 9, so we'll put a 9 in there. So that's our base grid filled out. Now to get our translated grid, as I mentioned, we're going to use flip numbers. So we do the same pattern again. We look on the top line, get the number underneath it, and put it in on the translated grid. So we start with a 0, underneath it's a 3, so the 3 goes in the same spot on our translated grid. 5, underneath it's an 8, we'll put an 8 in here. 3, underneath it's a 6, and we know that 0 underneath it is a 3. And we're just going to keep going down, doing the same thing for every single number. 3 is a 6, 8 is a 1, 6 is a 9, 3 is a 6, 6 is a 9, 1 is a 4, 9 is a 2, 6 is a 9. Once you've done as many rundowns as I do, you know these off by heart, so you don't have to keep looking them up. So definitely do a lot of rundowns, get a lot of practice, and this stuff will come naturally to you. 5 is an 8, 0 is a 3, 9 is a 2, and 6 is a 9, like so. And hopefully I didn't make any mistakes there, but definitely call me out in the comments if I did. I like it when you call me out because it means you're paying attention and you've stayed this far in the video, which is a good sign for me. Alright, so our suggested numbers. We're going to pick 4 from our base grid, 4 from our translated grid, and those are the numbers that we're going to go ahead and play all together. And we're going to use my most common go-to pattern. We're going to use our verticals straight down. So we're going to use the 4 verticals from our base grid, like that. So we get a 0365 as our first number, which is nice because we're playing that standard year number and one of our main numbers here. We get a 5810. We get a 3699. And we get a 0366, which is our leap year number. So we're playing both of our starter numbers, which is good, as well as a couple of numbers from our rundown. Now from the translated grid, we're going to do the same again. We're going to go ahead and pick our vertical numbers straight down like so. So that will give us a 3698 as our first number from our translated grid, an 8143, a 6922, and finally a 3699. Now maybe you can spot it already, but I'm going to point out to you what the number was I was talking about. That's a fun lucky number, and it's this 3699. As you see, it came out twice on our rundown. We got it once from our base grid and once from our translated grid. Now this has happened before, especially when I'm doing backtracking and I see things, I show the winning rundowns and where they've won in the past. We actually see things happening on grids multiple times, and then it's a good indicator that they're actually going to show up in the results multiple times. We see that a lot. When it's on the grid multiple times, it shows up, maybe a few days later or a week later, but the same number will show up in the lottery results. So I highly recommend playing this 3699, playing it boxed and straight, because it's probably a good indicator that one is a hot number to start looking at. All right, so there we have it. That is our pick 4 group number. Definitely go ahead and let me know in the comments if you're playing along and if it starts showing up in your state in the month of February. I'd love to hear that. Whether you're playing it or whether you're not playing it, just let me know. I always like to see that. I'll naturally be following along myself in my state. And of course, if you like these videos, you like the group rundowns, give me a thumbs up and give me a suggestion of something else that might be coming up that we think we should do a group rundown for. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, so we'll be definitely doing one for Valentine's Day. All right, moving on to our scratch-off ticket. This is the Illinois $5 Lucky 777 scratch-off tickets. We can win up to $77,777. It's a standard scratch-off. We do our 4 lucky numbers, or 4 lucky symbols in this case. We scratch off the gold coins, and if we match, we're going to go ahead and win. And we've got a bonus game here on the back. Where we go ahead and it looks like a pot of money there. We're going to end up with $25 instantly. I don't think there's any multipliers on here. I'm not seeing any. Oh no, there is. If we win a double 7, we're going to get double the prize. If 777 is triple the prize. So there we go. We've got that as well. So let's go ahead and scratch off our lucky symbols and see what we're looking for. Our first one is a drink. Second one is a bell. Next one looks like a credit card, and finally a bank. All right, start on our top row here. Our first one is a banana. Nope, nothing for a banana. A plum, nothing for a banana, nothing for a plum. A sailboat, nothing on a sailboat. A palm tree, it'd be nice to take a vacation right now, but nothing for a palm tree. And a lemon, so nothing there, but a very strong showing by the fruits on the top row there, but we didn't need any fruits. All right, next up we have a cookie. We have a gift. We have a rabbit, a popsicle, and a star. So nothing on our second row here. All right, coming on to our last row. Keep your fingers crossed, maybe we'll catch something. We have a nugget. Does that look like a nugget? A gold nugget, okay. We have a apple, another fruit, but we don't need it. A ring, last two here. A necklace, last one. And a cherry. So lots of fruits, but no prize. Let's do our bonus 25. We're looking for that pot of gold in the bonus $25 scratch off. What are we going to get? It's a briefcase. So not a winner this time, but that's okay. Join us on the next video. We'll do another rundown. We'll do another scratch off, and maybe we'll win with that. In the meantime, good luck, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.